Hello there, my lovelies. You're probably thinking, where's the hater? He should be here saying all the lies that he spreads about the wonderful company known as All Elite Pro Wrestling. Well, I got news for you, friends. This is The Lover, and The Lover only speaks truths. The Lover is going to entertain all of you today by talking about how great the AEW roster is. The Lover has no hate in his heart. The Lover has no free thinking. The Lover just thinks what the herd thinks. If the herd says that AEW is cool, then the Lover also thinks it's cool. So without further ado, let's talk about how great the AEW roster is. First, we have Adam Page. Adam Page is such an underrated wrestler. I mean, look at this guy. Everything about him screams, he's a star. WWE would have benefited so much by making Adam Page the World Heavyweight Champion if The Lover was booking WrestleMania. He would have Adam Page beat Brock Lesnar in 2 minutes flat for the WWE title, and that would begin the era of Adam. The era of Adam, guys, can you believe it? Adam Page is such a good wrestler. I don't know what we would do without him. Next up, we have Angelico. I mean, if this guy doesn't scream cool, I don't know what does. I don't know. I mean, look at this guy. He wears a yellow hood. He's got a really, really cool haircut. I mean, this guy's just the coolest guy ever. Look at him. Then we have the Blade of Butcher, Blade, and Bunny. Easily the greatest stable of all time. I mean, how could AEW do anything wrong with these guys? There's a guy called the Blade. He has a wonderful haircut as well. He wears a mask. Masks are cool, guys. If you wear a mask, you're automatically cool, you know? And his partner, Butcher. I mean, this guy has a monocle, for God's sake. I mean, does it get any cooler than a monocle and a big mustache? I can't think of anything better, except for maybe Brandon Cutler. I mean, if you don't like Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know what to tell you. You're just not a good person. You're just a horrible person and a bad wrestling fan if you don't like Dungeons and Dragons, and therefore, if you don't like Brandon Cutler. And then we have Jericho. I mean, Jericho is all right. You know, I mean, I prefer Cody Rhodes better. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. I love the way he looks. But Jericho's all right too, I guess. Then we have Christopher Daniels, who's just entering his prime now, guys. WWE could sign him right now and he would be champion within 2 months because he's just entering his prime at the ripe age of 45. And let's not forget the Kentucky gentleman, Chuck Taylor of Best Friends. I mean, this guy is just, like, he just oozes charisma, even more so than Shima of Strong Hearts. I mean, can this roster get any better? Well, it can, guys. It really can. Because the next 3 wrestlers we're going to talk about are 3 guaranteed Hall of Famers. First, we have the Executive Vice President, the American Nightmare, Cody. I mean, this guy is better than Triple H, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Macho Man combined. I mean, is there anything better in life than the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes? I mean, this guy, it's so unfair that he lost that match, guys. If he had won that match, he would surely be AEW champion for a long, long time. And he would bring an unparalleled level of prestige to this wonderful belt. And then he could go on to feud with either Darby Allin or his brother, the Natural, Dustin Rhodes, also entering his prime. I mean, Darby Allin is like a Jeff Hardy, but better because he skateboards and he spells things on his chest wrong. I mean, if you don't like Darby Allin, I don't know what to tell you. You're just not a good wrestling fan, you know? And then we have this year's, or I should say last year's MVP by far, Evil Uno, guys. Evil Uno, nobody does character work like Evil Uno. I mean, Evil Uno is just like the greatest masked wrestler of all time. If I had to list the 5 greatest masked wrestlers, it would be Evil Uno at number 1 by far, okay? Afterwards, it would have to be El Generico. He's really great. And then third, I would put Lince Dorado. He's really good too, guys. He's really, really good. I like him a lot. He's one of the best WWE guys. And then fourth and fifth would be Rey Mysterio and Kane somewhere down there because Evil Uno is such a great masked wrestler, guys. And then we have another in his prime wrestler, Frankie Kazarian. I mean, this guy, like his haircut, he has no hair, but how awesome is this guy? He just oozes confidence. And I mean, his technical work rate is unparalleled. Nobody can do the things that Frankie Kazarian can do, except for maybe Isaiah Cassidy and Jack Evans, who are the two greatest athletes of all time. And then we have Jake Hager. I mean, did WWE mess this guy up or didn't they? This guy should have been a multiple-time world champion, you know, but he's not as good as Jimmy Havoc. I mean, Jimmy Havoc has a lot of personality, guys. You know, he pretends to give people paper cuts and pretends to staple them in the head. And he weighs about 135 pounds, which is the ideal weight of a wrestler. You know, it's the time of big men is gone, Vince. You know, nobody wants to see big men. I just want to see pretty men wrestle in their flippy matches. That's what I like, you know. But if you need some character, look no further than the bad boy Joey Janela. I mean, this guy's got it all. I have nothing to say about this guy. Jon Moxley, don't get me started on him. I mean, Jon Moxley, WWE made him WWE champion, but they completely misused him, you know. Now he's unleashed. Now we get to see glimpses of the real Jon Moxley. You know what I mean? The real Jon Moxley is someone that has everything. I mean, he's balding a little bit, but it's okay because now he can be himself, you know? He can be this completely different than the real Jon Moxley. I mean, than Dean Ambrose, I should say. And then we have the other greatest three-man group of all time, the Jurassic Express, led by Jungle Boy. I mean, Jungle Boy is already a legend, if you ask me. I mean, you can't get better than that, you know? And then the greatest wrestler to ever come out of Japan, Kenny Omega. I mean, he's so cool, guys. He's so cool because he does all these taunts and he comes out pretending that he's a video game character. I mean, is there anything cooler than that? I really don't think so. I mean, if you don't like Kenny Omega, then you should just die in a fire pit. I mean, if you're not a good wrestling fan, if you don't like Kenny Omega, I mean, if you don't like him, I really wish the worst for you. You're just a horrible person. You know, super bad Kip Sabian, we've got a lot to see from this guy. I recommend that they push him to the moon and eventually make him AEW champion. But someone like Luchasaurus, he's too big, guys. He's too big and intimidating to be a wrestler. You know, we don't need that anymore. This guy is a better fit for WWE, but at least he's got a dinosaur mask on. That's really cool. You know what I mean, guys? And then we have MJF. I know he calls people like me virgins, and he's probably right. You know, but this guy is just cool. I really like him a lot. I can't wait till he gives Cody 10 lashes, you know, because I'm into sadomasochism and I want to see Cody in pain because it gives me sexual pleasure, guys. Oh, did I say that out loud? Next, we have Marco Stunt, Mr. Fun Size. I mean, if this guy doesn't inspire you and proves that no matter your size or limitation, you know, he looks a little bit retarded, but no matter your size or limitation, I mean, this guy proves that you can follow your dreams. And Mark Quinn, I mean, this guy's got hair, and he's got like a little bald spot in the middle of his hair, which just screams cool. And then we have Matt and Nick Jackson, guys. The greatest tag team of all time. The Hardy Boys can't hold a candle to these guys. The Rockers are nothing compared to them. No one is good. Edge and Christian? No. The Young Bucks are the best tag team of all time. And then one of the most innovative gimmicks ever, Michael Nakazawa, guys. Michael Nakazawa puts oil on himself. Isn't that hilarious? It's so great. Speaking of hilarious, Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. This guy, he's so great that all he needs to do is one spot for 4 months and people still cheer for him, you know? This guy's just so charismatic and cool, and if you don't get him, you should just die. And we have Ortiz and Santana, guys. These guys are the best version of LAX ever. You know, Hernandez and Homicide were too violent for my taste. These guys, I like them. They make funny facial expressions and they join up with Jericho, so they're cool. And then we have Pac, the guy who should have main evented WrestleMania against Austin Aries, but was relegated to the pre-show because WWE and Vince don't know how to use him, guys. As you can see, AEW has all the best wrestlers. You know, Pentagon Jr., Peter Avalon, QT Marshall. I mean, these are just legends in the making. I mean, if you don't think QT Marshall should main event WrestleMania against The Undertaker, then there's something wrong with you, you know? And the same goes for Rey Fenix and Scorpio Sky. I mean, these guys are just fantastic. And then we have everyone's favorite boy toy. I mean, the most handsome wrestler. And that's what matters to me, guys, how good a wrestler looks. That's why we have Sammy Guevara, guys, the teenage heartthrob. Oh my God, this guy, he's so cool and so awesome. I wish I could be his friend. And then what a great gimmick that people like Sean Spears, the chairman, and the Concrete Rose, Sonny Kiss have. I mean, maybe they should be a tag team where Sean Spears spanks Sonny Kiss with a chair in his ass all the time. Wouldn't that be great, guys? That'd be fantastic. And then Stu Grayson, I mean, this guy, he's going to be the breakout star of 2020, guys. And if it's not him, it's going to be Trent. It's one of these guys is the breakout star. And finally, arguably the greatest big man in the history of wrestling, Wardlow, guys. Wardlow, this guy is the future of this company and the future of wrestling. I mean, he looks like a complete goof sometimes because he has like a man bun and short sides of the hair, but I think he's really cool. I really like Wardlow. And now don't even get me started with the women's division. I mean, talk about great wrestlers. We have Allie, who's now the Bunny, Bea Priestley, Awesome Kong. I don't like her. I don't like Awesome Kong. She's too powerful, guys. She's too powerful. Big Swole, wow, what character work. Brandy Rhodes, easily the greatest female wrestler of this generation. Dr. Britt Baker, I mean, she's a doctor, guys. You can't hate that. You can't hate a doctor. And then the galaxy's greatest alien, Chris Statlander. And then from the East, they got some of the best female wrestlers of all time. Emi Sakura, what a legend. Hikaru Shida, what a legend, guys. Leva Bates, a librarian. Penelope Ford, the native beast Nyla Rose. I mean, Sadie Gibbs, Shayna, and Yuka Sakazaki, who I've never seen before in my life, but she's supposed to be really good, I think. And then we have, of course, the greatest female wrestler, arguably of all time, guys, Riho. She holds the most prestigious belt held by a female, the AEW Women's World Championship. And if you don't like her, I don't know what to tell you. And they're so good. I think they should just get rid of JR and put in Alex Marvez and Golden Boy. Those guys should be the ones that carry this company into the future. Not JR, who's old. Come on, guys. And Aubrey Edwards, I mean, greatest referee of all time. Let's be real, guys. So as you can see, I have laid out a very, very good argument as to why AEW is the greatest thing on earth, guys. If you don't like AEW, you're just a WWE fanboy. AEW is immune from all criticisms. They are an alternative to WWE, and they're better than WWE, guys. They have better wrestlers. They have better booking. They have creative freedom, guys. Have you seen the creativity of people like Luchasaurus? Have you seen how creative this Yuka Sakazaki is, guys? I mean, this kind of creativity has never been seen in WWE. Let alone, this is not even talking about the creativity of people like Ray Phoenix, or Peter Avalon. I mean, the librarian, can it get better than that, guys? Orange Cassidy. I mean, who does WWE have? Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar? They're nothing compared to Orange Cassidy. And if you don't agree with me, you are a stupid WWE fanboy, and I think you should die in a pit of fire. That's what I think, guys. And that's what every good wrestling fan thinks. Dave Meltzer knows what he's talking about. This guy is an experienced and respected journalist. He's right about everything, and everything he says is gold. If I could get close to him, I would let him sodomize me a little bit, probably, because that's how much I love Dave Meltzer, guys. Now, I have to go because I'm scared of the dark, and the hater, he's coming to get me, guys. It's very similar to the Bray Wyatt situation on that stupid WWE program, right? I'm kind of like the good one, and the hater, he's the dominant personality. He likes to beat me for no reason. I mean, I don't know what I've done except for wish death upon him and everyone else who doesn't like AEW. I mean, I'm a good guy, the lover just loves. He wants you to burn in a pit of fire, but the lover just loves people. The lover has not one bad bone in his body, but I have to run now because the hater is coming. Oh my God, I have to run. Bye. What the fuck was that? Why is my TV on? And why is my laptop on? I guess I'll make a video, guys. There's this little douchebag that's been running around my apartment. I'm trying to catch him. His name is The Lover. I don't know what this guy's shtick is, but if he contacts you guys, don't listen to anything he says. He's an AEW fanboy, and AEW fucking sucks, motherfucks. And since I came to my laptop, for some reason we're on the AEW roster page. So, I figured let's make a video. Let's talk about that for a little bit, shall we, motherfucks? Yeah, it might have been The Lover who, put this thing up. You know, the lover, he's just a little douchebag. I mean, this guy doesn't understand what the fuck he's talking about. So let's go over this roster for a second. Adam Page, this guy fucking sucks, man. He wears like a noose or a rope around his neck and says cowboy shit and gets drunk. I mean, I guess more character than other people, but let's be real. This guy's never going to be a star. This company is not made to push people like him. It's made specifically to push the likes of Cucky Rose, motherfuckers, the Young Cucks, and Cucky Omega. They call themselves the Elite, but they should call themselves the Cuckolds. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we have Angelico. I mean, if this guy doesn't scream total douchebag, I don't know who does. I mean, he's got like all this yellow going on. This guy's got a shit record. He hasn't been on TV in about a month and a half. Who gives a fuck? Then we got Blade, another jobber. You know what I'm saying? Blade, this guy, just shave your head completely, dog. You look like you're 50 years old with this bullshit. Same thing with Butcher. I mean, at least Butcher's a big guy. You know, there's something there. But Brandon Cutler, I mean, a complete nepotism hire. This guy has no business being in wrestling whatsoever. Luckily, he's had 7 matches, it looks like, and he's lost all of them. So at least they're getting that right. Then we have Jericho. Jericho, he's awesome. You know, I love Jericho, but he's getting on my nerves now. You know, it's getting a little old, motherfucks. Christopher Daniels, I love Christopher Daniels. I'm not going to say anything about him. Christopher Daniels is cool, but it's time for him to take a more passive role or get like an actual push before he retires. Then we have the Kentucky Gentleman, Chuck Taylor, motherfuckers. Chuck Taylor. This guy, I mean, can you say generic? This guy's one of the most generic people out there. Shima's cool, but nothing special. You know, he's just a Japanese wrestler. He's never going to get any character development, so who gives a fuck? Cucky Rhodes, motherfuckers. Cucky Rhodes, the worst wrestler, I think, right now. Honestly, I'm not even joking. Overall, the most annoying wrestler of all time. Darby Allin, I like him a bit. Dustin Rhodes, he's been impressive. I gotta say, he's been impressive, but he can suck my pickle. I don't really like him that much anymore. Evil Uno, he needs to lose some weight, man. This guy's a fat fuck. He needs to lose some weight. Frankie Kazarian, same thing as Daniels. Nobody really needs him. You don't need him and Daniels unless they're an actual tag team, but they've teamed them up with Scorpio Sky, so it is what it is. Then we have Isaiah Cassidy of Private Party. Private Party's all right, you know what I'm saying? But he's not that great either. Jack Evans totally sucks. Jack Swagger, couldn't give a fuck if this guy gets fired. I'm over him completely. Jimmy Havoc, irrelevant. Haven't seen him for a couple of months, so who gives a rat's ass? Joey Janela, release this guy immediately. John Moxley totally sucks. You know what I'm saying? John Moxley is so overrated, motherfuckers. He is so overrated. Then we have Jungle Boy up in this bitch. Jungle Boy. So Jungle Boy, all right, I give props to Jungle Boy. I mean, like, you know, he tries hard. He tries hard, and if he beefs up a little bit, he can be a little entertaining act, like a nice little pre-show match in WWE or something like that, you know, maybe a 205 Live guy. Kenny Omega, completely overrated. This guy's not as great as people think he is, and more importantly, he's not as great as he thinks he is. Kip Sabian, completely replaceable. Him and Sammy Guevara might as well be the same guy. Luchasaurus, there's potential there, but only if he takes off that stupid mask and changes his gimmick. Mark Quinn, he's all right. Marco Stunt, I mean, I don't need to say anything about Marco Stunt. He's on the level of Hornswoggle, let's be real. MJF, he's getting old. I mean, it needs to go somewhere, you know? Like, we get it. He's an asshole. He doesn't like Cody Rhodes for some reason. Whatever. The Young Cucks, one of the worst tag teams. I mean, not one of the worst tag teams, but one of the most overrated tag teams. Michael Nakazawa, this guy has no business existing in this company. Orange Cassidy, Orange Cassidy or Joey Ryan are easily the 2 worst things to ever happen to wrestling. Easily. Ortiz and Santana, I don't like them that much. Pac, he sucks. Pre-show jobber. Pentagon Jr., he's all right, but he kind of sucks. Peter Avalon, complete garbage. QT Marshall, I don't give a fuck. Ray Phoenix, he kind of sucks too. Sammy Guevara, complete garbage. Santana, we talked about him. Scorpio Sky, all right. This guy's he's that kind of wrestler, like a Ricochet, Buddy Murphy type wrestler who gives a fuck. I mean, honestly, this guy's just going to be a tag guy the rest of his career. Sean Spears, I don't think I've seen this guy for like 3 months. It is ridiculous how this guy hasn't been on TV for 3 months, along with Sonny Kiss. Trent Barretta, he's balding and he's got that little thing to cover his bald spot. I don't like that. Wardlow, same thing as Jack Swagger, couldn't give a fuck. This guy hasn't had a match yet. I don't give a shit. Stu Grayson, he's okay, I guess, but his name is Stu fucking Grayson. All the women, they're all garbage except for Awesome Kong. All of them are crap. None of them are good. None of them are entertaining. The only one that's good is Awesome Kong. That's all I gotta say about that. And yeah, motherfuckers. So if the lover came in here and said something, don't worry. Unless people want to see the lover more, he's gonna make very few appearances because I'm gonna beat that guy's ass and lock him in my closet or something, man. That guy has nothing to do here. He's a fucking mark. All right, motherfuckers. Stay cool, stay dirty, motherfuckers. Stay dirty. and since this video was kind of short, on my part at least, I can see that it's possible the lover made his contributions here. I might do another video today, bitches, but I might not. I don't know. It depends on what we're talking about, business, bitch. You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers? All right, fuckers. See you later. Stay dirty, motherfuckers. Stay dirty.